Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Friends of all ages, we are at the bottom of Soul Tower, and we are going to hopefully plant the Genesis Tree seedling, revive it, and free the city of Saul from the mist. Or Soul. Soul? Saul? The air is so cold! I'm chilled to the bone! This place is so weird. The air is stale from being sealed in here for so long. Hey, what's that? They're in the middle, those strange rocks. That must be the Warrior's Square that Dr. Usha was talking about. The square must be behind those stones. Oh, I want to see the square. I want to go through the stones. So before we can access the square, we need to solve a little bit of a puzzle. We gotta flip some levers, and there's basically a series of gates with like these weird electric pylons that we need to get past. Okay. And we will be bothered by enemies as we go about our task. Ooh, Medusa. This is a new enemy type, and they are the introduction to the petrification negative status, which is a bad news. So we're just, instead of our typical thing, we're just going to focus fire on the Medusa and hopefully bring her down before it gets a chance to do what Medusas do. Okay. Yeah, petrification is a status effect that, like, you're not dead, but you're in many ways treated as if you were dead. Like, if a battle ends and one of your characters is petrified, they won't get any experience. You know, it'll count as if they were defeated. And if the whole party is petrified, then it's game over. So it's sort of like death, except that it can be cured by medicine instead of a phoenix. And also, you don't take any damage or anything. You're basically frozen in time. Seeing the gold book's already paying some serious dividends. We almost got 1,000 gold. Gold book is a new accessory we just acquired that allows us to get 25% more gold, which is cool. Flippin' switches. It's a pretty straightforward puzzle. Okay, there's the last lever. All right. There's a Camaro, which we still need to learn. Oh, sorry, I'm briefly hallucinating. Okay, we are recording. Great. Okay. We want to have Vaughn try and learn Camaro, so let's have Noah and Gala finish off the war half. Got him. All right. Camaro is ours. It's a pretty powerful single target spell, which is good for Vaughn. I think Gala would be decent to learn it, but I think as an earth element spell, Noah would be in a bad situation. She tried to learn it. Oh, whoops. On the Genesis tree, we have to plant the seedling quickly. Vaughn, hurry. I'm worried about Songi and Gaza. Yeah, me too. Oh, thank you for always thinking of me, members of the Moron Brigade. I wouldn't want to ruin my reputation by not living up to you morons' expectations. Songi, leave here peacefully, now! Songi, what did you do with that old man Gaza? Well, well, how touching. The barbarian girl is fond of the old geezer. Oh, I'm steaming. If you want to see him that much, then go ahead. Gaza, come out, Gaza. We have visitors. I'm just as crazy about this geezer as you fools are. In fact, I like him so much that I gave him a custom-fitted Simseru. He's a super geezer now, and quite a formidable opponent too. Now then, I'll leave you to the geezer. If you'll forgive me, I must be going. I'm so busy now. I would wish you good luck, but that won't do you any good. Old man! Noah, stay away from him. He's possessed by a Saru. Vaughn, the old man! Gaza, he's being destroyed! He's in a frenzy. There's nothing to do now but fight him. Thou wouldst hinder my path of carnage. You must die. Prepare to die by the steel of the astral sword. Prepare to meet thy doom. So it's a rematch against Gaza. Honestly, he's, I think, a little bit less scary than when you first fight him. When you first fight him, he's like dishing out, you know, over 1,000 HP per hit. Gaza 2, he's a little bit less overwhelming. Yikes. Still did almost 500 damage, even with Spirit. So it'll still be a brawl. Vaughn's looking a little bit low on AP. Fire Blow. Wow, that's all we can do really is Fire Blow. But we can get a Super Tempest out of Noah. And then Lightning Storm, Thunder Punch, probably Gala's best of bet. Okay. Ouch. Almost 2,000 damage from Noah. Alright. Putting over 4,000 damage into Gaza. It's pretty solid. Let's see. We'll do defense and get some healing in, I think. Ooh. Astral Wave. I don't think that attack, though, is quite as dangerous as Astral Slash when you first fight him on the roof. Our fresh Healing Boy Spoon. And we're golden. Vaughn can now do double fire blow. That's his best bet, I'd say. And then Super Tempest, Spirit on Gaza, or Gala. Name is only one letter off. 1700, not bad. Nice. 1994 was a good year. Him doing like almost 900 damage with just a regular combo attack, though, that's a little disconcerting. Let's see, how are we doing? Spirit, Spirit. We'll have Gala. Yeah, we'll keep up the offense here. Vaughn should be okay for one more round. Famous last words. Okay. Okay. Let's have Vaughn heal himself. I think we've got just enough AP. 36 plus 24 is 60. Okay. Whoa, 2002. Uh-oh. Ooh. Giant AoE attack brought Noah down. That's no bueno. Alright, what we gotta do is... This is gonna be real risky. Alright. Phoenix on Noah. Gala hits us with Spoon. And there's a 50% chance if he attacks Vaughn, Vaughn's just done for. Come on, attack Gala. You can do it for me, buddy. Yes! Never punished. And then Spoon should top us off. That was dicey. That's a very rare attack out of Neo Gaza. He might only do it the one time, maybe twice if we're unlucky. But we've reached the point in the game where the bosses will just do a untelegraphed giant magic attack like that. You just gotta be ready to weather it. Alright. Keep on the pressure. Oh wait, we gotta get Spirit from Noah. Alright. Ah, he's getting close. He's going to his knees. Ooh, this is unlucky. Oof. At least Noah was doing Spirit. put Vaughn on healing duty. Noah on offense. Gala spirits. Okay. We're getting close. I think we got it. Yep. That's the bell. Everyone gets a level. Nice. 9K and change for gold. The old man. Look, Noah. The horrible Saru is separating from Gaza's body. I dropped my guard. I am utterly defeated by the enemy. Failed to keep the vow I made. My dream never to come true. Mar, Theodore, Beldy. Terra, he's dying. Don't let him die. Help him. Terra, you're a raw Saru. You have amazing powers. Please help the old man.
Noah, Gaza's body is dying. There is nothing we can do. However... Yes, that's it. It may be possible to keep his spirit alive. Special powers are needed to raise the Genesis tree seedling into a full-grown Genesis tree. Gaza's strong spirit, which trapped Gaza in its prison. It's pure and earnest enough to provide the Genesis tree seedling the energy it needs. Gaza's soul will live eternally in the Genesis tree in Warrior Square.
You mean that the old man is going to turn into a Genesis tree here? I am to become a Genesis tree? Now that I've failed to uphold my vow, then I can die contentedly. Please, help me join with the Genesis tree. Noah, Gaza's poultice is getting weaker. Old man, if you really want to join with the Genesis tree...
Vaughn, place the Genesis tree seedling next to Gaza. Let his energy flow into it.
Well, Gaza gets to fuse into a giant holy tree. So, you know, it's one way to go. Like how the giant beam of light goes straight up the center of Soul Tower. And our first area of the Karisto Kingdom has been saved. Sadly, it really only saves Soul Tower. Everything else is too far away. All the raw Saru level up. Vaughn, Noah, look! That's Gaza's keepsake. Vaughn! That's the old man! He wants us to use it now that he's gone. So we get the Astral Sword. For an instant, Gaza saw his grandchild Mars face in you, Noah. I mean, Grandpa, watch over all of us, okay? So now we've got the Astral Sword. We can equip it to Vaughn. I think he's the only one that can use it. Now, it is the second most powerful weapon for him in the game, so we can use it for a little while just to show you later on, but I will be switching back to the other weapon because it is so huge, it messes with Vaughn's ability to execute his attack commands. So we get one last look at the Warrior's Square Genesis tree. Old man. Noah's feeling sad. Noah's been having a rough time of it recently, and it's really not going to get any easier for her. This is going to be a troublesome time. Okay. Soul Tower is free. This means that all the lower levels will open back up. And there's new shops and stuff down there, too. I think they've got better equipment than the upper levels. We also need to find the missing book that the Biran monk asked us to find. Legaian animal life. Amid the history of soul books is a vulgar, garishly covered book, Mary's Diary. Okay. Mary the Dancing Queen's diary? Oh look, we've got soldiers from the old war. They're confused about who won. They've been in stasis for 10 years. Yeah, this is a kind of a sad one if you talk to the people that are freed. You have to remember that for the last 10 years, Gaza has been killing Seru monsters down here. And a lot of people that may have survived did not. They died on the blade of Gaza's vengeful sword. But, you know, business as usual. Let's see. Okay, we got plenty of doors of light. Okay. So split between the upper and lower levels, we'll be able to find sufficient items. I want to say in the inn is where we can find the Emperor. He's somewhere around here. Oh, this weird little maid girl, she's got a unique bowing animation if you talk to her. Getting this restaurant ready. We're not going to talk to everyone because, you know, this is a big place. Okay, yeah. This is His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Etora the Eighth. These guards are here. So Emperor Etora. I am Etora Igneo Dirk de la Micentus the Eighth, Emperor of Sol. You there. Are you the one called Vaughn? Yes. I see. I've heard much of your exploits. I'm pleased. Many citizens fell victim to the mist in the long years before you arrived. But you have saved us. I also foresaw the danger posed by the floating castle. I ordered Dr. Usha to seal the Sage's Gate. I was correct in doing so. I have from Usha a message intended for the heroes who revived the Genesis tree. XX triangle circle square. I know not what it means, but apparently it is a password. Oh, we should write it down. XX triangle, circle, square. That is the message. I now entreat you to destroy the abominable floating castle. Good work. Give my regards to Usha when you see him. So if you recall, when we went to the research tower, someone wanted us to speak a password. So that would be it. Before we leave, we should see if we can afford some new equipment. What does old D's have to say? Gala Van Noah, good work! Words fail to describe my joy at your success. I deeply appreciate you. Now, I hear there is another Genesis tree in Karisto, in Buma, far to the north. Your power and that of the raw Seru should enable you to revive it and drive off the mist. Good luck, and may Teague smile on the whole world. Well, we've already visited Buma, and we know that the Genesis trees there are frozen. Yes, all right. The book? Give it to me. So we give him Mary's diary. Oh, this is so embarrassing. Oh, a warrior monk of Biran should not gaze upon such a book. Oh my. Yes, the arts, yes, understood. I will teach them to you. So he would teach Vaughn spin combo. Okay. He would teach Noah rushing gale. And he would teach Black Rain to Gala. Fascinating. Alright. So I think it is Mary's diary, the dancing queen. He's just it's just a little bit thirsty Biran monk. It's tough being a, celibate warrior monk. I get it. Don't blame the guy. All right, we will make our exit, take our leave of Sol for a little while. So after 10 long years, people are finally heading outside of the Sol Tower. We get a cutscene. Zora's floating castle.
Well, well. It looks like the kids revived the Genesis tree of Sol. Not bad.
When you want that blue-headed brat dead, just say the word, Zora, and he's dead.
You're quite confident, but leave that be. While they are wandering around, Koru will...
Don't worry about Koru. Leave him to the Delilah's family.
Then no, I'm counting on you.
Yes, ma'am.
So Songi's hanging out with Zora and the Delilah's family. We encountered the Delilah's family at the Gate of Shadows back in the Sibocus Islands. They seem to be the weird mirror match version of the player characters. Seems like we are due for another date with Destiny. I just wanted to showcase a couple of things in some random battles here. So look at this giant sword now that Vaughn has. Now, see how huge his arms input is? It means we can't put in as many attacks. Arms, low. That's a single power punch from Vaughn, which is crazy. Well, I like Noah's new boots, though. They match the color of her robe a little bit better. We can also see that everyone's raw Seru have evolved. Like Gala's got like a drill now on his arm. And then Terra's getting quite big. It's like taking up almost all of Noah's forearm. So, even though it ostensibly boosts Vaughn's attack power, it's actually a debuff for him. You want more inputs, even if you're attacking it lower attack power. But it's worth seeing at least one time. Ozma now has a drill spike thing. Bees. Alright, let us use Kimaro. It's 72 MP. That's a big, costly spell. We'll use it on the bee. We'll blow the slime away, why not? Canine Fangs. $2,000 damage. That's really good for a single target spell. Alright, well, thanks for watching, everybody. The plot will continue as we meet with Dr. Usha, the strangely prescient scientist.